All right, guys, this episode is going to be pretty awesome. This is an opportunity that I got to interview. I don't know. I keep calling them the hiking tribe. And so basically there was 9 women, most of which are from the trades, that all decided to go on this amazing hike in and through the Grand Canyon. And this is really the opportunity for me to be able to, all right, so back up a little bit. There was 9 of them that went on this trip. 3 of them happened to be at Service World, so I got to interview the 3 of them. This interview is pretty cool, pretty impactful. I will tell you at the end, I think something like maybe a bug flew in my mouth, so I couldn't really say what all I wanted to say. So once the interview is over, I'm actually going to say what I wanted to say to the ladies who did this. So enjoy this episode. Again, this was filmed and recorded live in Service World 2025. Whether you're listening to this on the podcast or watching it on YouTube, I appreciate you coming and hanging out, but let's go. Hey, so welcome to another episode of Freedom Blueprint Podcast. I have 3 amazing ladies that are hanging out, and we are actually shooting this podcast live here at Service World Expo 2025. And, well, I'm going to let you each introduce yourself.
Well, in case you don't know me, my name is Kristin Dease. I'm married to Justin and the guest co-host, but we already knew that, so.
We already knew that.
Yeah.
I'm Lisa Peregrino. I know you guys through the trades and Kim as well, and so we've all met that way.
Yes, my name is Kim Martin, and we've just met the last couple years, and we've really become close friends through the trades.
Y'all got real close.
Real
That's what we're gonna talk about here.
Yes.
So we were at Service World Expo last year.
Yes, 2024.
And we were, I don't know, standing by the stage, and somehow these ladies came up with this crazy idea. So I'm going to let you guys tell us what the crazy idea was.
Yeah.
Well, so we were wrapping the show, and we were sitting in the big room at the big round table just chit-chatting, and I had mentioned to Lisa that I wanted to, or she was talking about, I think, going to Machu Picchu.
Yes.
And I was asking if that was a challenge, like if that was a physically challenging hike. And you're like, yeah, yes and no. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm looking for some sort of really hard adventure to do in the next year. And then we started talking about the Grand Canyon, and then she was like, well, I mean, I would do that. And I was like, okay. We started talking about doing rim to rim. And so it kind of started from there. And then 5 minutes later, we had Gina roped in.
Yep. And I think, too, it was, we were talking about, like, bucket list things that we all wanted to do, and things that my husband, and come to find out your husband, like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Good for you. Way to go. So we're like, okay, we have partners now that we can go and do that with.
Yeah.
And it started blooming from there.
Would Buford had wanted to do it?
No, he loves to be in the woods deer hunting, but he would feel like there's no reason to hike unless you're going to go hike
Unless you're
for
running
deer.
from something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or camp on hard ground.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
sleep.
Why would you sleep on the ground? So essentially, what happened is we ended up over a really short period of time gathering up 8 other. There's 9 women altogether, most of which were in the trades, who were like, absolutely, let's go. Sounds amazing.
Okay.
And so we had originally planned to do a rim to rim hike. You have to apply for permits in advance, all kinds of things. Turns out we did not get the permits that we wanted to do the rim to rim. Had to shift gears a little bit, and actually I think it went better than what probably the rim to rim would have. I think.
I think
yes.
so. I think so. I mean, we don't know, but I think it worked out perfectly. The way what we were expecting, what we wanted to experience. I think it went
So
perfectly.
tell us about distance. Give us all those details.
Either one of you?
So we ended up doing the Grand Canyon Hermit Trail. That was the final name of it.
Yep.
32 miles.
Yes.
32 miles over 4 days.
My word right now to say is it was not a hike. It was rock climbing. With, I feel 40 pounds on my back, and we were supposed to be prepared for 30 to 35.
Yep.
How much does that, like, then you take it off and you go to walk, do you feel like I left something, like I forgot something?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
felt
it's a
much
small
lighter.
body. You know,
Yeah.
we're all moms. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, oh, we're not carrying a full-size child with us any longer. And it really did mess with your balance.
Yeah.
You
Most
know,
certainly.
and because you are kind of bouldering at times with a 35-pound pack on your back, 6 or 7 miles in, and you're kind of tired, and so
Scared.
and not sheer cliff, but a pretty big drop off on one side at all times.
Yeah.
So It was.
If you turn just wrong, you're like,
Yes.
right.
Or
At
sliding.
any time.
Like there was times where the path was like barely wider than the width of your foot, like 1 foot in front of the other, and it's way up on this side and way down on that side and a little bit loose. And I think that had I really thought about what we were doing at the moment we were doing it, I would have probably freaked myself out.
Very
Yes,
scared.
yes.
Pretty
The
good.
idea was to keep your head down, don't look. I do think one time I really did freak out when I saw someone else freak out, and they got kind of stuck on a rock. Remember,
Yes.
Gina kind of
Yes.
panicked and
Yeah.
got stuck going around a rock, and so I was really scared going into that turn that
Yeah.
one time for
Yes.
sure.
Because she was ahead of you.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I
so we
saw what
watched
she
it.
was
Yeah, yeah,
doing.
yeah.
But otherwise, you just keep your head down, right?
Right. I do think it was important, though. I mean, a lot of times we just watched each other.
Foot placement.
Our foot
Right.
placement. And so if you just stayed with the person in front of you and you kind of did that, but yeah, when there was like a double step or a side step, you're like, oh, wait, and so.
Yeah, it would
And
work
two,
for
you
you.
had to remind yourself, wait, we came to hike the Grand Canyon.
Stop and look.
So you want to stop and look up and,
oh yeah.
and look at the beauty of it, But if you're walking and looking,
Oh, you're-
it
That's
doesn't
not
take
happening.
too
You
long
can't
before
do
you have
that.
balance and you're like,
Can't do
oh
it.
no, wait, okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
And you're back on track. So so I'm a picture taker. It was all I could do not to carry the extra weight of a real camera. I
Yes.
wanted to bring my 35 millimeter so bad.
That would have been too
But
hard.
I know in hindsight, those two guides would have been like, no, that's not going.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, the day before we left and even the morning of, they're like, that's not going, that's not going. They were still pulling stuff out of our backpacks the morning that we left. So,
Which I'm, at the end of the day, grateful for.
oh,
For
most
sure.
definitely.
They knew what they were talking about,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So okay, so 4 days, and you guys stayed in a resort, right?
Yeah, totally.
Slept in a resort.
Yeah, totally.
Our own little personal
Yeah.
tent resort.
Yeah.
It was a 6x2 resort that we had to pack up and put up every single day.
Yes.
So, so yeah, it was, but I mean, we found flat ground. Obviously, the guides who took us, they knew where we were going to be staying and all of that. So, I mean, we knew all that, but the first day we all started to put up those tents, we were all like,
Oh my
"Wait,
gosh,
where does
how
this
do you
go?
do it?"
How
I
does
was like,
this go?
where are the instructions? I don't know how to do this.
No instructions, and we all kind of faked it until we could help each other put our tents
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
So
Dude, a lot of teamwork though. I love that everybody's like, hey, where are you now? Let me help you put your stuff up and got people going. Especially if you were tired, you could see some step in to help somebody. So
Yeah.
that part was beautiful.
That first day, we went 7
man.
Grand Canyon miles, which in real life is like 25 regular miles.
Yeah.
And it was down 5,000 feet in elevation drop. And what I was thinking about the other day is that the 3 miles of Grand Canyon flat that we did really means that the 5,000 was actually in 4 miles, not 7 miles.
yeah.
So it kind of gives you an idea of how steep it was.
Yes.
And I think we were all, by the time we get down to the bottom on the first day, I think we were all like, oh my God, what did we do? What
I
did we
was
get
in
ourselves
tears.
into?
Yes.
I
So I
wa- I
thought
was so
every day was
scared.
going to be more of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I didn't know how I was going to get out.
Yeah.
Helicopter.
Yeah.
It took us.
We
and
had that
don't think
conversation.
we
We did have that
because
conversation.
the whole time there were helicopters flying over us. So
Yes.
we
I
knew.
can
We're like,
hop on one of these things.
We were like,
right.
all right, so we were asking the guys, now how much is it to get helicoptered out of here? And then we're like, that's $10,000 a person. I think we could chip in and make it happen.
yes, yes.
But he's like, it's not that easy. You don't just dial in and say, hey, come get me. I mean, it has
It's
to
like,
be
I got a
an
satellite phone. We
emergency.
can make this happen.
right. But it took us to do that. It took us 8 hours to go down.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
5,000.
Exhausting.
So, if it gives you any idea what downhill is like, it took us only 7.5 to get out uphill. So, meaning it was easier for us to go the 7.5 miles up than it was the 7.5 miles down.
Yeah.
So what
It
they were
was-
explaining to me with that is because by going up, number one, when we train, think about all the times you train, they say you're training going forward and up, like treadmills and all that stuff. You don't really ever have capability unless I guess you're really in the mountains or something to go down. And Owen, our wonderful God, said we're using our big muscles now.
Yeah.
And compared to going down, we're not using the muscles. I
Right.
think, did y'all feel like you used them with arms
Yes.
more going down?
So they gave us trekking poles to use, and we were like, it's for old people. And they were like, no, you really, really want the trekking poles because it takes like 30% off the weight of your feet or something like
Yeah.
that.
Nice.
You couldn't
And
have
so
done
he's
it.
like, you're using them right if at the end of the day your arms and shoulders are sore. and tired.
I mean, I really did feel it in my triceps because you're pulling and that kind of thing quite a
palms.
bit. So.
My palms and my hands were hurting too.
Yes. Yeah.
From going down, taking
From
that
holding
first.
yourself.
Yeah.
So food, what was food like?
Oh my gosh.
It was awesome.
The food was so good.
First of all, we didn't have to prepare it.
Yes. So there was that. So that was a little bit of luxury in our adventure.
Yeah.
I was picturing we were going to have MREs the whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was like, that's going to be really heavy to be carrying all that food. So we had to carry all of our stuff plus a rationing of the food.
Yeah.
And a baggie of snacks. They gave us all, I mean, you got to pick out your snacks before we left. And so we had a baggie of snacks. We had another bag full of various foods, which we dropped every day and picked up something different every day.
Yeah.
So
The lightest one
I
possible.
cheated.
We learned.
And I would run. I would as soon as everything was ready, I would go and I would only let myself pick up 2 and I would take the lighter bag.
Yeah. They told me the last day, the next morning, and I was like one of the last ones going in, and someone picked my bag up and they're like, oh, Kim, yours is so heavy. And I'm like, I'm one of the oldest ones here. And you guys made me carry the heaviest food bag. And so, the next morning, I'm like,
She's
I'm
like the first
Johnny
one.
on the
Where's
spot.
the chips? I need the lightest
yeah,
one.
I'm not carrying all these onions. I felt like I was carrying all the onions this big.
But the first time we got down there, they had fixed this chicken fajita.
Oh, it was excellent.
And it was wonderful. And our guides, I mean, they had 2 cook pots, and then they kept the dry ice and any meat inside those cook pots to keep everything cool.
Okay.
So we complained about our 35. Our 2
imagine.
guides carried a lot.
At least easily twice as big.
So, and think about that as a guide, like you guys went on this adventure of 4 days, and then you come out of there and you're like, I am wiped out. I need a vacation. Those guys probably went right back in.
They're like, they don't like to come out. Like Danny was saying that she doesn't like to be at the house very often and was glad that it was going to be raining because that would make her not feel so bad about being inside and in the house because the couple days it was going to be, which by the way, did you guys watch the weather?
The weather, I was curious what happened. It was bad.
Yes.
Really
we had
bad.
fantastic weather and literally the next day it was awful.
Because we were in Phoenix and it rained the whole time we were in Phoenix.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about what her feeling was, I found when I got home that I did not want the background noise of the TV. I didn't really care to turn the radio on in my car. I mean, I had my headphones on like if I worked out to listen to kind of like my morning routine thing, and then I just wanted quiet. I don't think we naturally just kind of turned background noise in our house a lot, and I know for 2 weeks I didn't want to hear anything. It just felt so good to have that calm.
Yeah.
And so coming to this again is kind of overwhelming.
Nice setup you have here, guys.
Thank you.
So what was, I mean, that was 4 days of, obviously the phones didn't work. Right. No music. You're not allowed to even, one of the girls actually brought a speaker and started to play music at one, and they were like, you can't do that. That's like it's part of the leave no trace is music, sound.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. And so, 4 days without, which I was like, this is
I didn't
great.
mind it at
I didn't
all.
mind it at all either.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was cute because, going into it, I think the guide, at least the male guide, was like, this is 9 women. Not quite sure how this is going to go. On the first day.
No idea how badass y'all were.
They did it.
What's interesting is, and I don't know all the husbands for everybody who went, but none of the husbands would have been great partners for you guys in this.
Right. He's looking at a pile of them
I'm
sitting
looking
over
at
there.
him, right?
You're looking at him right
On the
now.
camera. So that guy has no idea how badass y'all are, and you're like,
Well, they
we're
figured
in
it
the
out.
trades, boys. Like, we're good.
Yeah, they figured it out by, I guess the end of the first day, I think, is when they figured it
Yeah,
out.
he said once we made it past a certain point on the downhill, he said when everyone made it past a certain point, I knew, okay, we're going to be okay the rest of the trip.
Yeah.
I wish they had told us that early, though. He didn't tell us that till like the 3rd day, and I'm like, I was still nervous.
For the way out.
Yeah.
We were all really nervous
But
still about
the
it.
emotions of anxiety, scared, excitement. I mean, how many other emotions did you guys go through? Like tears, you know, because I'm glad I made it through. Tears because I'm scared to come out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and the anxiety too. The heart rate was constant.
Wanted it to be
Influx.
over because I was exhausted, but didn't want it to be over at the same time.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things is the second night course, we're camping kind of in canyons with walls on both sides. But the second night we had the supermoon. And we woke and went to sleep with the sun. So we go to sleep, and sometime in the middle of the night, I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's time to get up because it's light outside. But boy, that supermoon had come over that canyon top, and it was so amazing. I look up, and Renee right next to me is sitting up, and we're just both
looking
watching
at it.
We're not talking to each other. I mean, it really was. I mean, I get teary just thinking about it. Just the serene, the beauty of where we were at, and the fact that we had gotten there day after day. By then, we'd done some day hikes in and out, and it was so beautiful. And to know the whisperings of people sleeping around you, and just the solitude of that, and that we were all suffering through the same things together.
Every time move, you hurt.
We'd all left our families to come and do something like this, and again, you're not connected like we're so used to anymore. So you kind of think in your mind, okay, everyone is okay at home. You have to convince yourself that. We did a lot of having conversations, but not a lot about our families, because I think all of us were like, what if something were happening? We wouldn't know, So there was peace in that, and I think just being with strong women. We knew we could, by third day, we knew no matter how bad that next day, because we had to get up at 3 a.m., break camp in the dark.
And be on the trail by 4 a.m.
Yes.
3 a.m. After breakfast and everything.
And Danny, our female guide, she stayed behind. She had taken care of everyone's feet. The first aid on the entire trip was amazing. So she had taken care of everyone's feet so we could head out. She probably was like, I don't know, 20 minutes, a half an hour behind us.
Yeah.
But she caught some of the best pictures
of us coming through.
And we had red, not white, red lights on. And so she has these pictures of us off in the distance going up the side of, just the pictures that they got for us were so great. And we didn't know that till we were already out. So.
Someone had asked us early when we were talking about it, like, what kind of drama? Because, 9 females, some not know each other, and then you're emotional, and like, when do you touch somebody? And it was really neat because I feel like everybody kind of recognized when someone else was going through a struggle. It's like supporting each other in different moments. And this story is so funny because I told my daughter, and she said, well, I'm going to make sure I tell my grandson when he grows up. So he's a year and a half, and he's the best little boy, like still would like to rock at night. And just a second, he's so good about it. And so I got real struggled one time, and I was teasingly like, someone sing me a song. And Jen was behind me, and she said, well, what do you want to sing? And I said, honestly, the only thing I can think of right now is Blah, Blah, Black Sheep. And she just started singing it with me. By then, I was like laughing and felt loose. And so it's like, oh my God, it helped me just get through that next little struggle. So everybody had those moments, like what made them loosen up. And I just saw that through the whole trip. Who needed it at that time, and like what was their trigger to kind of help them through that. So that to me was just a blessing to have that come out of that, those emotions.
Nothing but support for one another.
Yeah, for sure.
So biggest takeaway, like what was that thing that you got out of it that you were not expecting? Like you just went, well, I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect everybody to be like, heck yeah, when are we, what's the next trip?
We can do that. Or still like you.
True.
Or still like her.
I know.
We were blaming her for a lot of the
they
pain.
were like,
Kristin.
we're not listening to Kristin anymore. Somebody else is planning the next trip.
I said, we all still love her. You thought you were surprised about that.
I continually just think of, personal strength. Like, it's not every day. We live in a world where things are pretty easy for the most part, especially physically. Unless you choose to push yourself, you don't realize, gosh. And I'll say, I'm 61. At my age, I can still walk 9 miles downhill with a 35-pound pack on my back. And I can make it back out too. That was big for me. I was like, okay, I can do hard things. You kind of reach an age where you're like, okay, I don't have to do those things anymore, but I love the challenge. To know that we possibly are already thinking about another challenge together is amazing. And I think we've already talked about it once. It's really going to be hard to kind of keep it small
Small,
group.
Yeah,
because
I know.
everyone
more
has,
people went to
tough.
join.
There's
they've
Yeah.
seen the pictures and they've seen
Yeah.
our
And they're going to
success.
see the podcast.
Oh,
Yes,
for
yes.
sure.
So yeah, that was
Maybe
my
we'll just have to
takeaway.
run multiple groups throughout the year.
Yeah,
Have to do a spring and a fall.
there you go.
I mean, I think when I think about you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
And you guys have like this amazing connection now that you have
Forever.
forever.
Yeah.
Whether you do it every year or not, which I'm pretty sure you guys are going to do it every year. 'Cause,
Yeah.
it was cool. And to disconnect, I mean, how often do we get to just do that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Envious
I mean,
of that.
were you guys excited to turn on your phone when you came out of the queue?
No.
Oh,
Well, in fact, somebody did turn it on and it kept going beep, 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 beep. And I was like, oh, God,
Put
please.
that thing off.
Yes.
Yeah.
and Danny, the guide, she goes,
Yeah.
turn them off, turn them to silent, do whatever you have to do because you don't need this yet. Is
Yeah.
what she was really trying to tell
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy what we
Yeah.
just accomplished.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But as soon as we crested that hill and we got to the top, because everyone wanted either step, or we had our phones still on,
Yeah.
or to take pictures with.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we were coming out, they started dinging, and she was like, "No,
Turn them off.
right
Yeah,
now."
Put them on airplane.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really didn't contact even my family until we got way back to the hotel because
Yeah.
I did just want to kind of take in
I
what
mean,
we've done.
that was such an amazing accomplishment that we had done it deserved the time to reflect on it.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Yes.
Thank you guys
Oh,
for sharing your
thank
story.
you.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for letting her have that opportunity.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have got it with me.
Oh. Hey, we
Yeah.
look
You guys are
back.
awesome.
Oh, thank you. It was great to have that bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we still
In
wonder
a
why we
network
said
completely
yes.
different way. You know,
network is your net worth.
yes,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you guys.
That was a pretty awesome interview, pretty impactful, and it really makes you kind of think, like, what am I doing to push myself? One of the things, what I was trying to say when I was getting a little bit choked up is the bug. It flew right in my mouth. What I was trying to say is how incredibly proud I am of them for doing this. This was a big thing. This was outside of everybody's comfort zone. And to be honest with you, when I say I'm proud of them, I can assure you every one of the husbands and the significant others were just as proud as I am. It was a really cool moment. And I think it's amazing for the 9 of them to be able to collaborate and come together and do this amazing journey. My hope and what I'm guessing is this will be an annual trip for them. But anyways, I just appreciate everybody hanging out and checking it out. And thank you.